Good night. Thank you very much for joining in, gentlemen. Episode 3 of Series 5 of Dazzer's Transfer Show. Welcome those who have already tuned in. Very much appreciated. Thank you all very much for joining. And I don't get why I've just done that. But really appreciate you all joining. Please do get your comments in the live chat. I'm just checking the stream is going to be all right. Yes, stream looks fine. Good. Welcome those who have tuned in to Manny Fanstan, to Liam Martin, Masha Jabara, etc. Thanks for joining. There is no pre-stream music, but that is the Dazzer Transfer Show music. So a lot to talk about. Hazard to Real Madrid, James to Manchester United, James Rodriguez to somewhere else. We've got all sorts to talk about today. Now, I did say on Instagram that we were going to have the United 2 and the Man United fan stand, and King also, both on the Man United fan stand. Unfortunately, one of them hasn't been able to make it tonight, so he will be on a future episode. We are going to wrap things up at 22. The show will go on till 1:45, but we are going to stop at 22 so that we can do the random name generator thing and see who is actually going to be on for next week. Makes it a bit more intense. This should be interesting. Joined by a guest. And ladies and gentlemen, you know who it is. It's King Oz from the Man United fan stand. Oh.
Hi everyone.
Just check I can actually hear you. Oh, what am I doing now? Hold on. Just checking that you can all hear him there. Does sounds fine here, but whether it sounds fine on the actual stream. Can anyone hear? Can you hear me? Yes, I should be able to. Right, I'm going to actually not stand here. Welcome, Yash, by the way. Thanks so much for joining the stream. Earlier start than usual. That's due to other things going on behind the scenes at Dazzer's football stand. All right, let's get started. So we have this list up here. First thing I'm going to start off. Going to start where we let off, and that was Andy Carroll to Rangers. Obviously, as I said before, Andy Carroll has left West Ham United and is looking likely to go to Rangers. Whether this will be a big signing for them or not, I don't know. And I think it will be a good signing for Rangers. They have a couple of quality players. James Tavernier, for instance, a fantastic captain fantastic, as they like to call him. And a lot of good other players. Still, in my opinion, not as good as Celtic. But I think with Andy Carroll, I think he'll be up towards the top level. Carroll is a guy you can depend on, especially in the air. And he's been well known for scoring overhead kicks at West Ham. But the thing with him, I didn't think he was actually that great this season. And that might be because he didn't really get much game time. But if you give him loads of game time, I think, yes, he could actually play well for Rangers. Please do drop a like if you haven't already done so. Thanks all for joining the stream. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe down below. That's just my opinion on there. Let me know what your thoughts are in the live chat there. And, of course, what your thoughts on Andy Carroll this season. Do you think Carroll's been good? What do you think? But yeah, I'll go to you, King. You've watched Andy Carroll in the past in the Premier League. Do you think he'll be a good fit for Rangers?
Well, I'm not 100% sure because the thing is with him that I'm not sure, in the 15-16 season, I think it's probably then he started to. He wasn't really the best then. I think he would be a good signing for Rangers, but I think, the West Ham were obviously right to sign him. As you said, he wasn't getting much game time, and I think Andy Carroll's performance was definitely lacking, and I think it was a good choice to sell him. I think it was a good choice for West Ham to sell him, and I think it's a good deal for Andy Carroll to go to a club where he can get some more game time and where he can go to a club where he can show how much of a good player he actually really is. Because I do think Andy Carroll is a good player, but he has been lacking performances. So now I think But I think he's going to get the game time. I think his performance is going to go up a bit more now. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what he's going to be like at Rangers. I think he's. I mean, obviously he's not going to completely change Rangers because the football's not a one-man game. But I think he can. But I think he's a player that can help them a lot up front. So that way, Rangers have an option to pass to and someone that can shoot and score. So yeah, but I think it's definitely a good. But I think it's definitely a good deal. I mean, Andy Carroll has been injured. Look, in the past couple of seasons, Andy Carroll has also been injured quite a lot as well.
Yeah.
But he's a good player, so I reckon he can. I reckon he can improve his career at Rangers.
Mm-hmm. The good thing is with Carroll is he actually, I think I remember where in his England days, I think he had a good partnership with Jermaine Defoe, who actually plays for Rangers now. So that's something positive as well for him, going to a club where Defoe is. Another comment coming in. David, thanks for joining the stream, mate. Please do drop like you've already done so. Very much appreciated. Apologies about the earlier start. Nothing really I could do about it. Actually, for Carroll is done. Only at Newcastle he did good. Just because he was English and Poole had 50 million from sale of Torres, they got him. He needs to be fit to get more game time. Yeah. I was coming on to that. He has had a few injuries in the past, but there's been games, and I know for this for a fact, there's been times where he's actually been fit and they've not used him. They've not used him in a proper manner. He's a player you'd half expect him to be maybe not a starter for West Ham, but maybe maybe a super sub, maybe. And I mean, in the past, he's got a couple of beautiful goals in the Premier League. He's got a few headers in his time in England. He's got a couple of overhead kicks as well for West Ham. And I think if he links up front with Defoe, and obviously he'll have a good relationship with Steven Gerrard, who also used to play with him. So I think that whole England combination could work for them. Rashford Rowers put, thanks for joining, by the way. Rashford Rowers put, Carroll ain't going to be as good a signing as Jermaine Defoe for Rangers. David put, Carroll's been injury stuck at West Ham for 3 years now. I know that, yeah. As I say, the same again. There's been games where he's been fit, he's not getting played. Yash put, agree, Defoe is an all-round player, then Carroll. Yeah, definitely. Joe Willett, thanks for joining the stream. What is going on with the camera quality again?
I think it'll be fine in a minute. It's just.
Give me a sec. What is
happens
this?
For me sometimes.
Cameraman.
It's going to be fine in a minute.
Oh no, don't want that. Why does the camera always go wonky? Let me just. Oh, there we go. And that's why it wasn't. It didn't look great for me because I didn't have a.
Yeah, it looks fine.
I didn't have the YouTube settings on 720p. I had it on auto. By the way, Joe, thanks again for joining. You've done so. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's fine now. Apart from the lag on here. Let me know if it lags for people. I don't know why it will, but I just have that feeling with the way the internet's been these few days.
Yeah, it's fine. I reckon it'll be fine.
Going on here. His lack of playing and fitness may well have finished his career, says Rashford Dwyer. I mean, he's quite old now, and I think going to Rangers, it's not as big a challenge as playing in the Premier League. I don't think he'd do too bad at Rangers, if I'm being honest, because he has that England relationship with Defoe and Gerrard. So I think he'll do quite well, actually. I apologise if the camera quality keeps going wonky. I don't know what's going on, but Google Hangouts has been a pain in the bum for me these last few days. Nick Muller, thanks so much for joining the stream as well. Anyway, that's the Carroll to Rangers thing. Next one, this is a humongous one. Eden Hazard has left Chelsea and gone to Real Madrid. And this is quite a surprising move, considering that Hazard's always been a Chelsea player and is always going to be a Chelsea legend, according to Chelsea fans. But he did say at the end of the Europa League game, the Europa League final against Arsenal, he said he thinks that this is goodbye. And it's turned out that way. I believe it's an £88 million move with an opportunity to increase it even further higher. Not sure what's going on, however, it's just this. But I have a statement here that Hazard's put a statement in full. So, for those who are Chelsea fans and everyone, this is what he has said. To my Chelsea friends and family, you know now that I'll be joining Real Madrid, it's no secret that it was my dream to play for them since I was a young boy. Just scoring my first goal, I've tried my very best not to distract myself or the team through this difficult period of speculation and media attention, especially in the last 6 months. Now, the clubs have reached an agreement, I hope you understand that I have to pursue my next chapter, just as each and every one of you should when you have the chance to pursue your dreams. Leaving Chelsea is the biggest and toughest decision in my career to date. Now it's in the open. I would like to put on record one thing was always clear to me. I have loved every moment at Chelsea and not once did I ever consider, nor would I have left for any other club. I was 21 when I joined, so I've grown up as a man and a player with all of you. You've helped me become captain of the Belgian international team. And there have, of course, been tough times for me and for the team. This is a professional football. I'm getting my teeth in the wrong place. Football to me is about having a ball at my feet, playing games and enjoying every moment. We are lucky to play the beautiful game, and this is always my advice to those who ask for a coaching tip. Play football and have fun. Even when we were not playing well, I tried to do my best, and this has been thanks to your amazing support. That fighting spirit, desire, and the refusal to ever give up is part of the culture here at Chelsea, and it comes directly from you. When I think back of my special moments in a Chelsea shirt, there are so many. We are lucky to win many games than we have lost. Those who know me understand it is not me to list what I have won. All I can say is, and every award, both as a team and as an individual, have been incredible. One day, this is so long, I'll be able to sit down over a beer and talk about or laugh with pride about my missed penalty that set up my header to win the league against Palace, or those goals against Tottenham, Arsenal and Liverpool. The memories are so vivid because of the atmosphere and occasion you create. I hope you always remember them with pride as I do, whether it's on tour in USA or at Sunderland on a Tuesday night, in Worcester on a Thursday, or of course every game at the Bridge. You've always supported me and encouraged me to play football and be me. Like I have enjoyed myself. I hope you have enjoyed yourselves. I am only sorry not to leave with a defending award amongst me honours. Sorry this is taking so long, but there's a lot to read here. We have many great players, and my proudest moments were always as part of a team. We've won the FA Cup, League Cups, Europa Leagues, and Premier Leagues all as a family, each one so special in its own way. He's actually missed out the Champions League. No, he didn't play in the Champions League. That'll probably be why. I don't think. Each one's so special in its own way. And of course, the game in Baku a couple of weeks ago is the perfect way to sign off from a long, tough season after the World Cup. Chelsea, and especially Chelsea fans, will always be special to me. And next season, I will look forward. I will look for your results first. I hope that we are drawn against each other in the Champions League next season and every season so we can meet again. Before I go, one last thank you to everyone at the club for their tremendous effort as we lived through every moment. To all of my ex-colleagues, we will say our goodbyes at the right time, but I must thank the owner, Mr. Abramovich, and his board for helping me realise not one but two dreams. My first in becoming a Chelsea player, and today my second becoming a player at Real Madrid. I wish each and every one of you the very best, my friends. Eden Hazard. Am I relieved to get out of the belt? That has took ages. Apologies if you sat there getting bored. There was nothing really I could do about it. It's such a long one. Very welcome, Nick Mull, by the way. It's put James Norwood on the way to Ipswich now. Yes, that is true. He's not actually a bad player as well, in my opinion. Sorry about the transfer show. Oh, yes, Dave's been having technical issues. Rashford's what they sold Hazard for 130 million. I was told it was 100. No, I was told it was 88 million, but there was a chance to increase it. So that's all I've been told. Scotty B, thanks so much for joining the stream. Hello, Gutton Arb and Scott. Dankeschön. Thank you very much for joining. Dave's put the Hazard deal could rise to 150 million with add-ons. When will Glenn Matthews, thanks for joining the stream, Will. No one can be better than Cristiano Ronaldo in the history of Real Madrid. I absolutely agree with you there. As good as Eden Hazard is in the Premier League, will he be good enough in the Liga? That's the main talking point of this transfer. It's such a big one, and there's a lot we'll probably talk about. It's good, but never replace Ronaldo. Yeah, I absolutely agree there. I'll try and make the second episode a live stream if I don't have any difficulties. Nick Wills put, I wonder how much he's going to get there. 150 million is far too much. I agree there. Kieran, thanks very much for joining the stream. I've got you down for one of the transfer shows. Not sure which one it'll be, but we are doing something at the end. So if you want to, if you watch till the end, you'll see who's on next week because we've got a different way of doing things. What's the latest on the Sarri to Juventus too? We're coming on to that in a minute. But thanks all for the comments. Please do leave a like and keep getting your comments in the live chat. King, are you still there?
Yeah.
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Eden Hazard, I mean, as a United follower, should I say, and as obviously you've been a actual United fan, we all know how well Eden Hazard's played at Chelsea. But will he have the same effect in La Liga?
I'm not 100% sure. I think he's definitely playing with the better players at Real Madrid. I mean, look, they have got good players at Chelsea, but I think Hazard's playing with players that he will be playing with players like more of his level and players they can work with. I mean, he's playing with Gareth Bale, Isco, so he's going to be playing with players that are more his level and players that I think suits his style of football and that would play well with him. And I'm not sure because look, Courtois went there, he's struggling and stuff. I mean, I'm not 100% sure because with some players they go to another club and they're absolute rubbish. It's happened with Courtois, happened with Sanchez when he came to United. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure what I'm actually going to. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. It's a really, really tough one, in my opinion, to say if I think Eden Hazard's going to be good at Liga as good as he was at the Premier League. But look, this is a really tough question. I think it's going to be tough for a lot of people to answer. To be honest with you, because it's happened. It's really tough because who knows what's going to happen with Hazard's career, if he will be amazing at Madrid or if he won't. I mean, he might lack under these kind of players. I mean, it happened with Coutinho. He moved to Barcelona from Liverpool, and now Coutinho is absolutely rubbish. Yeah. And I think Coutinho and Hazard were similar levels of players. So look, this is a real tough one. To be honest with you.
That's a fair point. I agree. It is
also that
difficult.
they're two completely different leagues as well, though.
Yeah. There's not really a right or wrong answer really to this question, in my opinion. I think it's one of those things, isn't it, where you've got players like Coutinho hasn't scored as many goals for Barcelona as he did in the Premier League with Liverpool. You've got Ronaldo, who moved from La Liga to Serie A, still flying with his goals. Courtois moved to La Liga from the Premier League. He's struggling. Sanchez came to United, absolute flop. But at the same time, he came from the same league. Players like Fred coming from the Ukrainian league, I don't think he can cope under the pressure. The lot can know. He's got Champions League experience. It's hard because you can compare different players with one. If you're talking about Hazard, well, immediately you think Hazard going to Madrid. You think about Bale going to Madrid. What's he done there? Been flying at the minute, especially this season. He's been a top player since Ronaldo left. You've got obviously Neymar going from the Liga to Ligue 1. He struggled at the start, but he's doing fine. See, there's a lot of players you can actually compare with, and different leagues you can compare with difficulty-wise. There's players from the Bundesliga who've been playing the Premier League as well. And what's going on here?
Signal's gone. Then we got a poor connection. Oh, it's gone now.
That's coming up for you.
Oh, wait, have you not got it?
No. Rashford Joao's put an interesting point. There's always a big difference between the Liga and Premier League. Coutinho and Courtois have seen that, but Hazard is totally in a different level as them. Hazard's in the top level of English football, the exact same as Courtois was and Coutinho. They're the three main players. No, Courtois and I get my teeth in. Courtois and Coutinho are the two main players I would probably link with. But you've also got Gareth Bale to think about. All three of them went from the Premier League to La Liga. It's a different ball game than the Premier League. You need more determination in the Premier League and a lot more desire and grip. Squad depth is also important with any team. If you don't have squad depth, then you're not likely to do that well. It will be a tough challenge for Hazard. However, he has a good relationship with Courtois. For starters, played with him at Chelsea, plays with him in the Belgian national team as well. And he's played against Bale before. I know that for a fact, because Belgium have played Wales before. So, there's some players in that team he'll get on with. Some players might take a bit of time for him to actually know. But I do think it'll be a bit of a tough challenge for him, and I do think he could probably succeed. Don't think he's going to be as good as CR7, but he spent, nearly 10 years at Real Madrid's 9, something like that. He spent ages. Liam's put, what's the generator thing called? No idea. I can't remember what it's called. Glenn Matthews has put, I just hope no one starts comparing with Ronaldo or he'll fail. That is the one risk. People will probably say that. I mean, people are already comparing Van Dijk with Gerard Piqué. Well, if you look at the amount of cups he's won at one club, he's only won a Champions League at Liverpool. Piqué's won how many things at Barcelona? Could go either way, flop or succeed. What's the generator thing called, man? What do you have to do to randomize it? I've no idea what it's called. It's just something I found online. So, David, he has put, I'm just hoping that Hazard will not be like Coutinho, just be sitting on the bench and just playing in Champions League and then handing in the transfer request. I doubt Real Madrid are going to do that, considering they're paying how much for him, the possibility of 150 million. So I doubt he's going to become a bench warmer. Coutinho for me has not been
struggling when they move to other countries. Like Paul Pogba's been struggling at Manchester United. I mean, like the only player I know that hasn't really struggled that much moving into another country is Gareth Bale going into Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I literally haven't known anyone, that any world class player that's really well known to go to another country and do really well there, apart from Gareth Bale.
Yeah. So that is a fair point as well. That is a very fair point. Clint Matthews put Hazard's £100 million move makes Coutinho's deal sound like a jackpot. Fair enough. Yeah. On David's point, I doubt Hazard is going to be a bench warmer. Coutinho shouldn't even be a bench warmer. I think Hazard will get played most of the time. It'll be miles better than what, of course, Marco Asensio is. It'll be a lot better than Marco Asensio. I'm going to try and move on to another topic because we want to talk about 2 transfers and we're 25 minutes in already. Because the thing with a deal this big, we've had to talk tons and tons about it, which it does eat into the time at all. Yeah, about 15 minutes and then we will just stop there and then we can do the name generator thing then, and sure. If there's any transfers you want to talk about, Glenn Matthews thinks another Coutinho. He won't be like Coutinho. Hazard's miles better than Coutinho, in my opinion. In the Premier League, he's good, but in the league, I think Hazard will be better. Let's move on to another topic. One that's not as big. James leaving FC Bayern München. Surprisingly, in the normal Bayern Munich team, it used to be most of the time a 4-3-3. That's normally what Niko Kovac used to play for Bayern. So you'd have the normal back four, then you'd have our 3 midfielders, which was James, Thiago, and Goretzka normally. Thiago was Bayern's deep line playmaker who still stays at Bayern, yet has not been called up in the Spanish team, which I'm absolutely disgusted about because I think he's the best centre mid in the Spanish squad. So they've got a big risk there. Excuse me. So he's our deep line playmaker. You've got James Rodriguez, who is our main attacking playmaker. And you have, of course, Leon Goretzka, who is Bayern's box-to-box midfielder. That 3 in midfield works. Without James playing, who do we put in there instead? We've got Lucas Hernandez. We've got Pavard. Now, they're all defenders. The issue is we haven't signed another midfielder. So what can Bayern do without James Rodriguez? That's the thing. Well, we do have a few options. We do have Thiago, we do have Goretzka. Now, what we could do is switch to a 4-2-3-1. Hold on a second. One thing that I do think could happen is, because there has been things saying Kovac could still actually get sacked, but I very much doubt he's going to go now since he's won the Deutsche Pokal and the Bundesliga, winning the double for Bayern, making us become the Deutsche Fußballmeisters and the Deutsche Pokalsiegers in one season, which is normally what Bayern would half expect. Apart from Champions League, which didn't go well, we got beat to Liverpool in round 16, who went on to win it. So it all depends on if Bayern even sign any midfielders, or what we could do is could have Goretzka and Thiago as the 2 CDMs, have it as a 4-2-3-1, have can't remember his name. Have Serge Gnabry on the left mid. Have I can't get me words in today. Have Coleman at right mid and have Thomas Muller out of position, or in centre mid and have Lewandowski in front. Or what we could do is switch to something that I don't think Bayern have actually played, a 4-4-2, where you could have that full midfield, but have Muller up front alongside Lewandowski. I think Lewandowski does need some more support up front. So do you think Bayern would suit the 4-2-3-1 formation or the 4-4-2 formation better next season? That depends on who the manager will be. if it's even Kovac. Bayern can't play the same formation next season. No, we can't because we don't have enough midfielders for it. Sincerely hope Fernandes goes to United. He'll shut many mouths up, and that is actually who we are coming on to. Coming on to that now. Manchester United transfers. Here we go, King. So, I've mentioned Daniel James enough times, but this is certain. He has joined Manchester United. He's completed his medical and he's now a Manchester United player. He's a good player. He can actually put the ball to the penalty area. But it's Daniel James, not James Rodriguez in the thumbnail. Eh? What thumbnail? I haven't even got a thumbnail. But he can put the ball into the penalty area. He can create chances. He's only got 4 goals and got 7 assists in 33 championship appearances for Swansea. Bit of a flop. But he has played against Manchester City and played quite well against them. So, can he do that at Manchester United? I don't think he'll be a first team starter, though. I think he's going to be mainly one of those players who just plays in the upper league, plays in the cup games. I think the Premier League games will be all left to probably Martial. James Rodriguez should definitely go to Juventus. That's fair enough. I mean, I do think he'll probably go back to Real Madrid. King, are you still there?
Yeah.
Just talking about.
Quick question about Daniel James. Do you think that Daniel James would probably be have the similar role as Scott McTominay does?
No, because he's not a midfielder. He's a left winger. Scott McTominay is a centre mid.
Yeah, but like the way that they play.
In the attacking sense. In the attacking sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he'll have the same role as McTominay because Daniel James is more one of those players who he spends most of his time down left hand side, and McTominay is more central. Yeah. He plays more central. He put the ball through into the penalty area, but the difference with him is he puts them through the channel, and Daniel James puts him in from the left hand side of the field. So I do think they'll probably do this a similar type of attacking. I just don't think he'll have the same role as him. James wasted his career by moving to Madrid. Still played quite well for them, mind. Marty, WWE boy, thanks for joining. Your brother's joined. Thanks for joining. Ryan Fred Gill, thanks for joining as well. Just put look into Marty's usual. Thank you very much. David, I did see the message. I'll get onto that in a sec. Babo could be off to a Turkish club, which I think that would be quite a bit of a loss for the Royals, actually, because I think he's one of their important first team players. He's actually quite a good player as well. WWE was just for King Alls. Not sure. I know who it is anyway. If you haven't already done so, please do leave a like. That'd be massively appreciated. Of course, it does go a long, long way. You got about 5 minutes to get some more stuff in the live chat. So we talked about James. Here's the big one, and this we might end up having to. I don't think we'll end up getting past 22, but we might be talking quite a bit about Bruno Fernandes. The Sarri business, the Sarri business, and everything else might have to come down to next week. Next week's show will be Thursday night. I will find out who the guest will be. Ryan's put. Just quickly, Ryan's put, who do you think will be the next ball manager? Well, it's either going to be Jokanovic or Woodgate. Was turned towards Woodgate, and I don't want that because I don't think he'll be any good. I think he'll be in a relegation scrap if he's in charge. Are you looking forward to FIFA 12, says Elliot here. I've already got FIFA 12. FIFA 20, you mean?
What do you think on the transfer about De Ligt? Do you reckon he'll come?
He's not going to go to United. I think he's either going to go to Barcelona or PSG, who are currently determined in signing him. Just quickly before we get
Bruno Fernandes sometime soon. I think Daniel James will be a good player, but he's obviously not going to be our star player. He's not going to turn into the next Messi, though, is he? I think he's going to be a good player, but he's obviously not going to be our best one. But I think he will have a good future at Manchester United, and I think he will be at the club for a decent amount of years.
I mean, you can't do worse than Alexis Sanchez. Anyway, Watford Rowers put no, their speed, dribbling, and their weakness is only defensive contribution. My only concern about Daniel James is who will be his influence. I can't see any United player who can influence our youth, our young players.
Who is there that would be though? What player do we have that would be his influence to help him out?
McTominay, maybe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we could.
I think McTominay, maybe. Phil Jones won't do anything. Glenn, you thought we should try and we should be in.
Go, this summer. Look, he won't though. He definitely won't go. He'll get game time next season. I bet he will get quite a bit of game time next season.
Yeah, he will get. He'll get some game time.
I don't think we'll win the league next season, but I think what we need to do is just to get like the new players settled into the club and just try and make it top four. Then the next season, get 1 or 2 signings, and that's when we go for the title. I think that we should go for the title anyway, but I think we just need to next season. I think all he needs to do is just find the right players for the season after, because I think this transfer window has got to be a big transfer window for Manchester United. And look, it is looking like that at the moment, though.
Yeah.
Because look, we've already signed Daniel James. It's only the beginning of June, and we got until about the end of August until the transfer window ends. So I reckon this is going to be a big transfer window for Manchester United.
Fair enough. Then Matthews thought we should be in for Ziyech as well for 30 million. I highly doubt he's going to leave Ajax with the season he's had. Loving the shirt, mate. Thanks very much. David's put Middlesbrough in a relegation scrap. I'd like to see that. Well, I wouldn't. Ryan Fredwell's put, how good is George Friend? He hasn't been as good as he used to be in the past, if I'm being honest. No, it's not happening until 22, Liam. Ben Matthews, 43 million for Party, please buy. Yep, Sahati United, no thanks. Please sell Lukaku, Sanchez, Jones, Simon, and Young. The issue with selling Lukaku is Rashford, for me, is not clinical enough as a striker. I think we need a big striker like him. I know he might not be good, but he can't be worse than having Sahati United. Ipswich will win League One. Good luck, Nick Muller. How would you feel if we got Dylan Campbell? I don't know much about him. Rashford's put, Barcelona have rejected Griezmann today. What does that mean? What does this mean to Manchester United? Because he is leaving. I doubt we're going to get him anyway, so I don't think we'd be able to afford him. Ryan Feds goes to Sunderland to a big club. Yeah, big League One club. Nick Muller's put, have Middlesbrough got a manager yet? No, we're still waiting for an announcement. But that's going to be all the comments in a minute. Now, I'll have to get on to Bruno Fernandes next week, so we are literally about to run out of time. Very quickly, Sessegnon wants Spurs move from Fulham. He caused a lot of problems for United this season, but they weren't that great against us. Sessionon's always been a threat for any team, though, because of his pace, his ability in him. And I think if he went to Spurs, I think that would be quite a good move. But at the same time, I don't see him getting a start ahead of Ben Davies or Danny Wars. I can see him starting many cup games. Yeah, I'll have a look at him a bit later on. That's a message for Elliot. Davis for Ipswich, you got via the playoff. No one talking about Ruben Diaz. He's an amazing, underrated young centre-back. Yes, he has been great. I just don't think United would sign him. I don't think United would get him. I don't think he'll leave. I don't think he'll leave Benfica, is it? Yeah. Very quickly before the klaxon goes, what are your thoughts on... I can't remember his name now. Ryan Sessegnon.
Ryan Sessegnon. He plays for Fulham, doesn't he?
Yeah, a fast player.
I think Ryan Sessegnon. I can't pronounce his surname. Sessegnon.
Ryan Sessegnon. Mine's Session on.
I
I
reckon, you know, he was probably Fulham's best player in my opinion. I mean, I heard things that he was going to come to United, and I don't think it's happening. I've heard things about him going to other clubs as well. I reckon he's a Premier League class player. I don't think he should play with like one of the top 6 teams, but I reckon he should still be playing in the Premier League though. I don't think he's a Championship player. He's a really good player that I think should be playing in the Premier League. I mean, I think let's say he should be playing for a team like Watford. I think he could play for, but you know, I mean, I'm not sure what he's like. I'm not sure if he's happy for them or if he's not, but I think he should leave them so that way he can, you know, get back into the Premier League because, you know, I believe that's where he should be.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon he's a Premier League class player.
Yeah, absolutely, totally agree with you there. I think it'd be a decent move for him, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
thanks very much for that. That's just definitely there. Right, we are at the end of time, unfortunately. Rangers or Celtic? Celtic, mate, sorry. I just think Celtic always better than Rangers, in my opinion. Anyways, don't get annoyed about that, by the way. Yeah, Session on is a Spurs player. Why would we go for him if we get Daniel James? Sign Bruno at all costs, please. Yeah, we'll get on to a lot more stuff next week. The reason that we've had shorter time was because we've had to talk about Hazard, which we spoke a lot about. It's time then to find out who next week's guest will be, if I can get onto this. So, this is the Hamilton. So, these are all of the names of people who've been have asked me if they can come on. So, let's spin the wheel and see who is going to be next week's guest. Next week's guest is David Hoyle, ladies and gentlemen. Next week's guest is David Hoyle. So, David, I'll give you a call after the stream's finished and we'll discuss next week. So, as I say, this is a new way. It's a lot easier for me, actually, to do it this way because then, you know, then I can remember who I've had on and I remember actually who's supposed to be left. So, David Hoyle will be on next week. And David Hoyle, by the way, is Football Fan 148 within the live chat talking about the Royals. We haven't had him on yet. So he's going to be on next week. And that is on Thursday night where we'll probably have a bit more time. We'll discuss about all this stuff. But anyway, that's going to be it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, mate, King, thank you very much for coming on the stream, mate. Really appreciated. And of course, don't forget, obviously, remind you, he is still he's still in the 1 and 4 guest, by the way, because obviously that one. The show will be Thursday night unless we have to reschedule it, and then of course I will let you know in probably one of the videos. But that's it for now. From all on Dazzer's Football Stand and on Dazzer Transfer Show. It's good night for me, it's good night for him, and we'll see you later on.